Well everyone, here we go at fabulous Lindholme Lakes, and we're here today for the fourth round of the Saturday Bomb and Feeder League, and 52 people here again. Crazy, isn't it? 52 people, and the conditions are not really very nice, let's be honest. It's blowing a gale and it's raining, so all y'all that sat at home with a cup of tea watching the football will be laughing at us. But I'm quite sheltered here at the back of these trees because the wind's coming from that direction, so it's like a south wind, and it's basically blowing off my back. Now Stuart Fotheringham is winning it at the moment because he had a massive wait first match, awesome performance, drawn well today as well, I do believe, and I think I'm in top 5, but it's best 5 out of 7, so we can throw 2 away. And we've rearranged one because one were cancelled, but I've drawn absolutely horrific, and that's being polite. Because I'm in a good mood, I'm being polite. But there is one consolation. This is 24 beeches. Now, I've not shown you this before, so it's all new to me. I'm trying not to get them houses in. I don't want somebody stripping off for us while we're on video and flashing. We wouldn't want that, would we? So I'm trying not to get them out, and it's privacy, of course. So I nearly bought one of them actually when he first started. Not the blue one of them corner brown ones. I nearly bought one of them, and I thought, I wonder how long me and Neil will last before we fell out. So I had to finish up not buying one. But they are lovely. I must admit, when you go around there, they're fantastic. They really are. And they keep coming up for sale, and he's got all that now at back there. You can see Digger probably building another lake for the Grantham Empire. And but what a place. So this is 24 in beeches. It's the furthest peg away from the complex really, and I've got all this bait to myself, and that's the only good thing. I might not get a bite, I might not get a liner or anything like that today, and I won't be surprised at that. But I know in the teams of 3, Alex says there were a £50 from there in front of the island, and my good friend 2 pegs up, Jason Gill, a good friend of mine, he's come down to me when I got to my peg, and he says he walked round here and he saw a carp and an F1 top. So you never know, I might get a few pulls, but it's one of them pegs, when you draw it you just want to go home. But it looks fantastic because all the fish in the winter, they go up and you can see the big bowl there. See if I get a better view on it. And in the winter all the fish go into that bowl there, and usually that's where you want to be, and very rarely you catch out down here. But because I've got this much space in the winter, it's one of them, you never know. But I think I'll know after half an hour. I'll know whether I'm going to catch any fish. And a straightforward match. If there was somebody opposite there, I'd probably go home, because I knew then I wouldn't get a bite. And the fact that gives you all this space tells you it's crap. But I'll take my chance because it's winter. He said when he came round, Jason, he said he saw a carp top, then an F1, then he saw one in front of the island top there. So this time of year that's pretty good, so we'll see. At the end of the day, it's one of them things, it's winter, isn't it? So what am I going to do? Well, you can see the island there at the trees. I'm going to start by chucking a bomb at the back of that with bread. I'm going to loose feed corn straight down the middle, and then I'm going to have a chuck around just to see if I get any liners, because there will be, I'm sure, a little shoal of something. They might be down that side, but that'll be the spot under that silver birch, I reckon, chuck into them reeds. So, but I'm going to start there, chucking a bomb around. I've got a bomb rod set up with my new rod look, which I've already won a match on, and had a 19 pounder on, so that's a good start for it. And I've got a little hybrid feeder set up as well. So it's straightforward. I've got my micros there, I've got the different coloured ones in, which I'll be talking about in a couple of weeks. I've got my corn there soaked in sensate, which I've been catching lots of fish on, and I've got some 6mm just in case. And that's about it really. It's one of them pegs you can't do a lot on. There's no pole fishing or anything like that, so I'm going to chuck around, see if I can find a few fish, and see what happens, and probably get wet through. But the good thing is, like I said, it's nice and sheltered, and from them trees, so I'm quite warm. It's really warm, so hopefully there's some fish here, but we'll see what happens. So I'll let you know how we're going to end the day, and hope it's a big Chinese for tea, but I think it'll be bread and dripping, but I'll let you know. Well, halfway through, and the fact I'm recording it tells you it's crap. And there's even bad news to follow. But started off casting there, side at thing, never had a liner. I'm loose feeding corn in middle, and no sign, not a liner, and I chucked towards beach, about 5 metres off, and I got a carp £3, and then the next chuck I got an F1 £2, and no other sign, and then I got on my corn line, I've had a pound F1. A lot of side of me's had 6, I think, chucking up that side of Ireland there. But the bad news is they're catching at other lakes, so because it's this nice warm wind, there'll probably be some wakes today, and which will be crap for me because I'll be going backwards. You know what's going to happen here, they'll not come on here. Might get 2 or 3 more, but I'm not going to have a counter, and when the rest of the lakes are fishing, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. So just found Gareth, he's on peg 37, and he had 7 or 8 pound, but they're catching in low numbers on Laurels. Eddie's on 5 on here, he's got about the same as me, but he's getting rattled off hide, whereas I'm not. There's no hide down this end. Well, there's note, but I'm not surprised either. And so anyway, that's how it goes. So at the moment I've got 2. What have I got? I've got 5, 6. I've got £6. I might get a few later on. I keep loose. Oh, hey, oh, look at that. Oh, that's on that. Hey, oh, I'll come back to you. Well, that didn't go to plan. Or it did really. But I've had 8 F1s and 5 carp, and I'll have £28. It's quite weird really, because I've sat there. We saw that last fish. I intended to bite for an hour when it went round. Then I caught 4 or 5 F1s straight after that, and then I got a carp. Then I couldn't get a bite, and then I've caught no really until last off, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But I've not had a bite like there. I've had 1 bite there, which were an F1. I've had my F1s and two carp, I think it was, in the middle there where I've been loose feeding corn, and then where them reeds are there, I've chucked to that early on, and I had 2. No line, just odd sign, and then with 25 minutes to go, a carp topped sort of there, and I've gone, I don't believe that. So I've wound it. 25 minutes. I chucked bomb out, chucked it down there. It's hit bottom, gone straight round. Had one £6. Oh, for God's sake! Chucked it again. Hit bottom, went straight round. Got one £4, and it snagged me and went through something there. I don't know what it was, but it went through something. And chucked back out. Got another one, £5. I thought, crikey! Looked at my watch. 15 minutes to go. Never another bite. And honestly, I've had like £11 there. I could have had, I've lost one as well. So I've had 3 in last sort of 25 minutes down there, and we didn't get one last off. The interesting thing today was, when I've caught them, I've caught 2 and 3 together, and then I couldn't get a bite. I just couldn't find them anywhere, and I've been chucking on. I've been trying to find them. I mean, I've chucked everywhere by down there, and so I've got £28 no good. And it's a bad one as well, really, because the 2 of the other lakes, Loco and Laurels, are fished, and on these weight matches, these weight leagues, you need to be on the right lakes on the right day. With this warm wind and it's been warm, you needed to be on there, and I feel like I'll have gone backwards today, which I would, because I've been on the wrong lake. But that's how it goes. There's only one person to blame for that, and that's me for drawing this peg. And they caught me out this morning in drawbag, because I like to be first in or close to the front. I like to be the first one. And they drew outside, and I were inside, looked round, and there's a great big queue, and there were only 5 pegs left when I went in. I don't think any of them were any good, and I finished up drawing this one. But so it's my fault. I should be more aware. That's the way. So I've got not a lot. This lad at Samuel had £40. He's done well, chucking on the side of Ireland. He probably went lake, I think, with that, with sound of it. So I've got £30, well, 28 to £30, I think. So, but I'll let you know. But a bit disappointed, and it looks like bread and dripping. Well, we've weighed £38 something in, and thanks for coming, really. It's fished quite well actually this lake in little areas. There's 360s. Yeah, him to my right had 60 odd pounds, he's won the lake. And chuck into that other point. I know it's a good peg, but it's done well to catch 60 odd pound. And there's 2 or 3 50s, so I think there's 102 on Laurels, and I think 75 is best on Loco. So I didn't need much more to get me counter really. So, but it's what it is. It's not a good peg, but at the end of the day, somebody's got to be on. It's my fault for drawing it. That's peg 1, by the way. We've got an aerator. What? 2, 3, 4, 5. Eddie's been on 5 there, and they don't put these in so much now. And so this is beeches still. So it goes into the bowl where you can see there, and then that other arm is where I've been, and that's Loco there, strip there. So £38, no good, no Chinese. So a bit of bread and dripping when I get home, and or some of Ben's food. I think that's all I deserve really. So it's what it is. Right, have a great night and a great weekend, and I'll see you on Tuesday when I fish next round at Bottom League. And by the way, this was the 3rd, not the 4th match. I did say 4th, but it's the 3rd. So Chicken has been on strip. He's had £70 again. He's been on it 3 times in 3 matches. That's unbelievable. That's awesome. That, and I think he's had a 60, a 70, and a 90. He could even be winning it, because I know Stuart Fotheringham's only had £15 on there. So fair play to him. But well done. Right, that's it. I'll see you on Tuesday.